This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. Now let's get on to it, man. We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford, the Chihuahua, barking behind the damn fence. Let me say it again. The Chihuahua, barking behind the damn fence. Here's the cold-hearted, here's the unadulterated, and here's the cutthroat true teller fashion that's associated behind that. Terence Crawford not fighting Keith Thurman and his unwillingness to make this fight happen, once again, in courtlet fashion. Because the number 4 means you covering all sides of the angles. He's a Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Or the newly promoted iteration, Ivan Black or Black Ivan Redcat. That's his truest and that's his most properest level. This guy right here is showing you that he's Bud Fraudford. This guy has shown you that he is Bud Duck Fraudford. This guy has shown you that he's a DuckTales. A DuckTales. There's a stranger out to find you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do is grab on you some DuckTales. He's a fucking DuckTales. Because you have to look at Terence Crawford and you have to look at his free smoke antics here. This guy wanted no delineation with the upper echelon of the welterweight division. He wanted that distinction because that's why he re-signed with Top Rank. This is why he re-signed with Bob Arum. So Bob Arum could save his ass away from the lions of the welterweight division. Man, what I said was so deep in profile. I have to run that back. The real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets got it. But the Rudy pulling the plum rings, the classic Dotson the troglodytes, the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, they didn't get it. So if they didn't get it, pay attention and listen. Let me say it again. If you didn't get it, pay attention and listen. Once again, here's the cold-hearted, here's the unadulterated, and here's the cutthroat true teller fashion in its most visceral form. You have to look at Terence Crawford's energy. And he's not keeping that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. He's not keeping that same energy, dog. This guy told you when he showed up to the welterweight division that he was the boogeyman. His credibility is shot. We realize that he's not the boogeyman. He's a snot-nosed or snot-filled booger man. Let me say it again. He's not the boogeyman. He's a snot-nosed or snot-filled booger man. Again, that's his truest and his most properest levels. Because he had so many guys that he could have fought at this point to prove his legitimacy at the welterweight division. What? Lame duck Jeff Horn? Don't make me. Woo! One-legged gimp or one-legged variation Jose Benavidez? Don't make me. Woo! 5 years past his prime, Amir Khan at that time? Don't make me. Mean Machine, the guy that dropped Terence Crawford within not 1, not 2, but 3 rounds. The same Bo Mac that told you that they were going to stop Mean Machine in 3 rounds. Don't make me a double. That's his resume at 147. Higgity fucking hush. Here's the cold-hearted, here's the unadulterated, and here's the cutthroat true teller fashion. This is what Terence Crawford's level is at. He wants to fight guys that are just basically lame ducks. Guys that are second-tier fighters. Guys that are just basically journeymen. And I don't even want to get started on 140 because if I do, I'm going to laugh my freaking ass off. Because 140 is actually worse. To be honest with you guys, Terence Crawford's resume at 147 is better than his resume at 140. Let me say it again. Terence Crawford's resume at 147 is better than his resume at 140. Now, tables turn. Let's say Errol the True Spence fought Jeff Horn. Let's say Errol the True Spence fought Amir Khan. That variation. Let's say Errol the True Spence fought Jose Benavidez. That iteration. Let's say Errol the True Spence fought Mean Machine. Do you not know, you boxing community fan base folks, you damn reverse bias, AK detractors, AK panders, would be laughing at Errol the True Spence. Y'all would be clowning him. But Errol the True Spence does all this heavyweight lifting, but then your insecurities, your miseries of the fact that you are pure beta supremes and you can never be true alpha extraordinaires. Let me say it again, that you are pure beta supremes and you can never be a true alpha extraordinaire is getting you hot and bothered like grits, and you don't know how to fence yourself on that. This guy's doing heavyweight lifting. He fought already Sean Porter. He fought already Kell Brook. He fought Lamont Peterson. This guy's already done heavyweight lifting on top of heavyweight lifting. Gonna fight Danny Garcia. I mean, how much more does this guy need? Fought Mikey Garcia, a guy that was a number 4 pound for pound fighter, but then regressed him into a Uber, a Lyft, and a hold up. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighter. That's what Errol the True Spence did. Y'all still trying to get on him because misery loves company. Let me say it again. Misery loves company. Betas always love to hate on alphas. He knows the sport has to deal with this dichotomy all the time. You look in the comment section, you see nothing but pure beta trash. That's what you see, man. Let me say it again. Nothing but pure beta trash because they are hot and bothered like grits and they don't know how to defend this stuff. Even their own comments, dog, are getting weak. Their comments was already weak, but now their comments are even weaker. They've lost the luster even behind their haterisms and trollisms because they can't even defend this. Because Bud is revealing himself as nothing but a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. We understand why you duck Kell Brook. Anyone that has the true boxing eye test could understand that. We understand why you duck my buddy and me. My buddy and me. My buddy and me, Sean Porter. We understand that. We get that Kell Brook and Sean Porter would expose your ass on so many levels. Because Sean Porter would just outwork you, out-hustle you, and outdo you. And then Kell Brook is just too big, too heavy, literally stop your ass. We understand that. We get that. We get why you don't want to fight your Dennis Ugas because he has that Cuban amateur background pedigree. He can expose you. He's the real boogeyman. We get it. We get why Danny Garcia scares the living snot out of you because if your ass got dropped by Mean Machine within 3 rounds, if Danny Garcia hit you with that right hand, no left hook, you done, dog. Let me say it again. If Danny Garcia hit you with that right hand, no left hook, your ass is done. Even if it's a Hail Mary shot. You chinny chin chin. So we know that about you, bud. So you will be exposed. We get it. Why you don't want to touch any of these upper echelon of the welterweight divisions. But what we don't get is the Keith Thurman one. Keith Thurman was the one that clowned you. Keith Thurman was the one that told you from the jump that you were never a real welterweight. If there's anybody that you should be chopping at the bits to fight, it should be Keith Thurman. Because he's the one that from day one said, you're not a real welterweight. And if I had a competitive fire, which I do at the highest levels, if I had that log on the fire mentality, which I do at the highest levels, I'd be chopping at the bits to fight Keith Thurman. Because not only did he discredit me as a welterweight, not only was he the first person to drop the seed that I'm a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. But at the same time, he's still speaking that noise, even though he doesn't have nothing to show for it. Let me say it again. He's still speaking that noise, even though he doesn't have anything to show for it. That's a things that make you say, Let me say it again. Things that make you say, So what are you going to do, Terence Crawford? And let's not add injury to insult. 126-pounder Gary Russell called your ass out, said that he smoked your ass, he chinny chin you, and then he's ready to run it right back, and he's calling your ass out again publicly and saying, look here, Al Hammond, let's make this shit happen. I mean, come on. How weak can you look out here in these boxing streets? All He Knows the Sport has to say, and the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again. He Knows the Sport told you guys, but you wouldn't listen and you wouldn't pay attention. Let me say it again. He Knows the Sport told you guys, but you wouldn't listen and you wouldn't pay attention, that Terence Crawford is nothing but a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. That's his truest, that's his most properest levels. And you know what's the caveat behind this? You know why He Knows the Sport is sitting here like a real G? A super real G and an ultimate real G out here in these boxing streets? It's the fact that reverse bias, AK detractors, AK panders can't even defend this shit. So He Knows the Sport has to pop his damn collar. He has to pop a Tom Ross TV collar. He has to pop a Ox Steel collar. You know why I have to pop the Three Amigos True Alphas collars? Because we was telling y'all motherfuckers 6 to 12 months in advance, but y'all wasn't listening or y'all damn sure wasn't paying attention and y'all late to the party. Because when it's all said and done, the only thing that you're left in your mind to think of when you think of Terence Crawford is he's a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Listen, Terence Crawford, You know what you get? You get the biggest higgity hush of the fucking day. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. This is Hino's the Sport. Checking out.